if you imagine a stairwell, and on top of that stairwell is whatever you want, your goals, your dreams, your aspirations. Now, if it's a stairwell, you might look up and think to yourself, that's a long distance, that's a long way to go, and you know what, I might never make it. But that's the wrong way to look at it. If you look at it from the point of view that, hey, here's a small stair, a small step, just this tall, you can do that, and then you take it. And then you look at the next step, oh, it's another small stair, and then you look at it and then you're like, well, I can do that, and then you take it. And eventually, if you keep repeating this process of very small steps, eventually you'll make it all the way to the top. Each stair is individually extremely small and very easy to take. But it is only when you look at the entire big picture it seems so big and daunting and scary. But if you just look at it at smaller pieces, it's actually extremely easy and doable. And this is what you can use to keep yourself disciplined. Let's look at examples. Imagine you're going to the gym and you don't feel like it. Oh man, I have to go to the gym and it's leg day. Have to do squats. Oh no. And so on. So if you make them into extremely small steps, actually it becomes easy. So first you're like, okay, let me put on the clothes that I need for the gym. And you put them on because that's easy. It's simple. You just change clothes. That's such a small thing. It's so easy. It doesn't even feel like working out because it isn't. Then you're like, oh, well, let me put on my shoes. Okay, I put on my shoes. That's the next goal. And then you are like, oh, well, I have my shoes on and I have my workout clothes on and I have everything on. So I might as well go outside at least. Walk a bit. Walk around a bit if nothing else. And then you go outside and once again, it's a very small step. So it's extremely easy. It doesn't require a lot of willpower to do now, does it? And then when you're outside, you're like, oh, I'm outside. Well, I might as well just go to the gym. And when you're at the gym, you're like, oh, well, I'm at the gym, so I might as well do a few sets. And then once you do like a set or two, you're like, once again, you know what, that wasn't that bad. I've already gotten one set done. I might as well do the next set. And then soon enough, you'll realize that you will have completed the entire workout. Because you just split it into smaller steps and made it so much easier. Just like the stairwell. If you look at the big stairwell, at first it's like, oh no, look at how big this is. It's so big and I can't comprehend myself doing all that. But if you just take it one step at a time, one small stair at a time, eventually you'll make it to the top. And we can even take another example real quickly. If I'm making this video right now, maybe I'm not motivated. Maybe I don't feel like it. I can split it into small steps. Small step of, let me just take the camera out. Let me just put the camera there. Let me just, start saying something. Just read the script a bit. Look at what am I supposed to say. And once I've done that, it's like, okay, I might as well just record the video. So this works in absolutely everything. You have to split extremely big things into small and easy doable goals, and all of a sudden they become easy. And because they become easy, the big goal becomes easy as well, because eventually you're gonna make it there. And so what can you do if even this doesn't help? Even after that you're like, oh no, I can't do it. Well, you can look at this as a competition. Think about everything as a competition. Think about some competitor. Think about that one guy that you don't really like that much. And you're like, And then you think that they would do it. They would do it. Well, now I have to do it. It's a competition, right? You have the little bit of ego to be like, damn, I'm not gonna lose to that guy. Think about it. If you're running up a hill, if you're alone, you might be like, this is hard. I'm gonna stop running up the hill. I can just walk up the hill and then continue running once I'm at the top. But if there's someone next to you that you're competing against, all of a sudden you're not gonna start walking in the middle of that uphill. You're gonna run it all the way up and keep going. So once you make the competition, I mean, it doesn't have to be like, oh, I have to call someone and, you know what, let's go have a competition. No, maybe just think to yourself that there's someone out there in the world doing basically the exact same things that you are, but they're just doing it and you're thinking about it. You know, there is someone out there making videos just like me. There's actually quite a lot of people who do that. And so I have to compete against them. I have to make this video because they will make a video as well. And so I have to compete against them. And that's the infinite motivation. How can I say that, you know what, there's all this competition and all these people doing the same things that I am, going to the gym, you know, making videos, whatever, studying, and I'm gonna accept that I'm worse? No, I have enough ego, and people think that ego is a bad thing. Ego is an absolutely amazing thing to have, at least at a healthy level, where it forces you to be like, damn, I will not lose to these people. You know, I go to YouTube and I see a guy who gets more views than me, more subscribers than me, everything more than me, and I'm like, man, this guy, no, there's no way this guy makes better videos than me. There's no way this guy is better than me, more talented than me, and so on. And I have the little bit of ego that makes me like, okay, I have to go keep grinding. I have to keep making videos. I cannot accept that I will lose to someone else. And that will keep you motivated and disciplined. And if none of this works, if you're still somehow not able to motivate yourself, then you know what? At least think, what would God want you to do? What would God want you to do? And if you don't believe in God, then maybe you should start believing right now. Like maybe you should start believing. Because think about it. Would God want you to sit still and do nothing? Would God look at his own creation and be like, oh, you know, I'm so glad I created all of this huge, enormous world with so many things to discover and to experience and to do, and my creations are just sitting still doing nothing? Of course not. So God wants you to do something great, and so go out there and do it. Do what God wants you to do. You know, God gives you images, says, look, there is a dream out there, you can go achieve it. He gives you the talents and the gifts, so go out there and do it. You have to achieve your dreams. And if you don't, then God will facepalm in heaven and think to himself, why did I create all of this and give all these gifts and give everything just so you had a chance, and then you threw it away? So do what God would want, and God would want you to stay disciplined. God would want you to do the work, go to the gym, be a good person, and do all the required things to achieve your dreams and show God the beauty of his creation. And so, stay disciplined, chase your dreams, and never give up. Period.